Hey everyone, and welcome back to After Hours. Tonight, Cousin is joining me back on stage.
Yes, I am.
And she is going to be showing, you grab the thing, gotta be ready.
Oh.
She is showing us how to create this super duper cute beanie. Is that what we're calling it?
Yes, we're going to call it a beanie.
And it has the cute little ears on it
The ears,
too.
it's the little bear beanie is what I call it.
I love that. And it looks like you're using the same color variation that you used in your last video with us. So this is that's the Waverly cover story yarn that we have available here at Linda. So we are super excited that she is going to be showing us this amazing technique tonight.
Yes.
If you have not before, please make sure you're subscribed to our channel. It's right down there at that bottom right hand corner. After you click on that subscribe button, click on the little bell that shows up so you can get notified anytime we do anything here at the studio at Linda's.
Ding ding.
Ding ding. She's great. She's got this. I don't even have to put any sound effects in. This is perfect.
I'll do it all for you.
You'll do it all for me. I love that. Okay, well, let's go overhead, and I want to talk about this pattern and just kind of take us through it.
Absolutely. So this is also another one of Summer's creations. I have kind of made it myself. The beanie is a very simple pattern to do, so I kind of just did the beanie and added the ears onto it. So for this one, we are not going to start with a chain like we usually do. We are going to do a magic ring. So this might be a little bit complicated, so I'll be able to make sure to describe it as best as possible.
Because you already lost me.
Magic ring. Magic ring.
That's not in my cousin vocabulary that I know of.
So instead of making a line to continue to build on it, we're going to make a circle and build on it that way to make the crown of the beanie.
Okay.
So you'll lay it over your fingers. I like to do about 3 fingers. And then it's going to go across and over, bring it back up, and we're going to cross over the original one that we put there. Continue down, and then I just hold it with my pinky right there. So you have 2 on this side, but it's crossed on this side. So what we're going to do is I'll like to hold that in place just to make sure it stays there. Go to the top side, put your hook under the first one, and we're going to pull this second one and then twist it. So that's a big part, is just making sure you twist it right there. Once you twist it, you'll undo your pinky so you have your working yarn again, and yarn over and pull through. And now you have 1 on your circle. And this is our magic ring now. And then we'll be able to adjust this ring bigger or smaller depending on how many stitches we put on here.
Oh, cool.
So then from here, we will just do the half double crochet. So we're going to do 12 into this ring. So this is not considered 1. This is just like your starting point. And so now we're going to do a half double crochet into the actual ring. So half double, we'll yarn over, go through that ring, yarn over, pull it through. We have 3 on our hook. Yarn over again and pull through all 3 of those to make the 1. And then you'll get your stitch marker, which I got actual stitch markers this time.
Okay.
Yes. So
I liked my binding clip, but all right, it's fine. We can use your stitch markers. It's fine.
So with the actual stitch marker, what you'll do is you have your first little V, your stitch right there. You'll push it through the full stitch and clip it in. So then it stays in the whole time. So you don't have to worry about if you're crocheting too much or too hard or get too close to it. It stays in there pretty good.
Cool.
And then we'll just continue and do our 12. So we did our last stitch, number 12. So now it kind of looks funny because it's a big circle. Your little tail that was left over when we made the magic ring, you're going to pull that tail to cinch it all together. So I'll kind of show you how to do that. So I have this tail, and I like to just hold the stitches just to make sure everything stays in place. But then from here, you will just pull it. And sometimes you just want to go a little slow, make sure all your stitches are moving together. And then it comes together.
Cool. And can you show us on the example where that portion is?
Yes, so this is the very crown of your hat. So on your hat, it is this part right here.
Okay, cool.
So that is the cinch together beginning start of your hat. And then from here, we are going to double our stitches. So let's get back into our spot. And we marked our first one. So now for the second row, we're going to put 2 in each single crochet that we just did. So for this stitch, we'll put 2 half double crochets, the next one 2 half double crochets, the next one all the way around to make a total of 24. So that's my first one in there. And we'll go into that same stitch and do the second one. So that's my second one. Stitch marker on that very first one. Close it, and now we'll continue just doing 2 in each stitch. Alrighty, so we got our last stitch in there, and we're back to number 1. And so as you can kind of see it now, there's our first circle, and then there's our second round. So all we'll do is pop that guy open. I'll just do a slip knot or a slip stitch to connect it. And then we're all connected. And then we'll go into our third row. So third row is pretty much going to be the same thing. We'll do chain 1, chain 2 for this row to give it the extra length it needs to make this half double crochet go all the way around. Once we do that chain 2, we are going to do 1 single or 1 half double and then 2 half doubles, and then 1 half double and 2 half doubles. So it's going to go in a pattern. So our first stitch, we'll do a single half double in that first stitch, mark it. And then in our second stitch, we'll do 2 half double crochets. And from here, we'll go back into doing a single half double crochet in this stitch and 2 half double crochets, and you just continue that pattern all the way around. We are on the last stitch of our last row, or our third row now. And so we'll do the same thing that we've done before. We'll go into that stitch right here, do a slip stitch to connect them, and then we are all good right there. So there are measurements that come with this pattern, and so for the toddler size, which is the size I'm doing today, it is going to be 6.5 inches around. So I bought my handy dandy measuring tape, and we'll measure from here to here. So I'll probably do about 1 more row. It might make it a little bit above the 6, but I think it'll make it right there, right where I need it. So we'll do another row. On this row, we'll do a different pattern. So we'll do half double crochet, 2 half double crochets, and then 1 half double crochet, 1 half double crochet, 2 half double crochets. And we'll continue that pattern all the way around for this one as well. So we will chain 2, 1 half double crochet into the first stitch. Since that's our first stitch, make sure to mark it. One half double crochet into the second stitch, and 2 half double crochets in the third one. And then we'll just repeat the pattern all the way around. Alrighty, we got to our last stitch. We'll do our same as we always do, slip stitch into that first little chain. And now the crown of our head is done. So this is just going to be the top part of the beanie. If you lay it flat, this is kind of just that front part that's going to happen. Now what we're going to do is we'll do a half double crochet, single half double crochet into each stitch. So just one is going to each stitch, and that is going to build the hat, the brim of it, to build it down. This is just the top of your head. That's how you would want to measure this, is just putting it on the top of the head. The rest of the part is just going to bring it down, so you could bring it to whatever length you like. If you like to flip it up a lot, if you don't like to flip it up, this will just determine how far you go in. I like to do about 5 rows, so I'm probably going to do 5 rows on this one as well, just because I like to have the little flip on my beanies. From here, we'll do the same thing as always. Chain 1, chain 2, half double crochet into that first stitch. Make sure you mark your stitch. And then we'll just continue that the entire way around. Made it to that last stitch, go back into that chain so we can slip stitch through there. And we'll do the same exact thing on the next 4 rows. So this will be row number 2. We will chain 1, chain 2, and do our half double crochets. So we just finished our last half double crochet. We will slip into that stitch and do a slip knot. And now from here, instead of doing half double crochets in each stitch, we are just going to do a single crochet in each stitch. So we will just chain 1 instead of chaining 2 this time, since we're not going so far up. And then we'll go into our first stitch. And for a single crochet, we're not yarn over, we just go into the stitch, yarn over that way, pull through, 2 on the hook, yarn over, and pull through the 2. And that's a single crochet. So we will just do that the entire way around. Once we finish our last single crochet, we'll slip into that first little stitch right there and do our slip stitch again. For the next 2 rows, we'll be doing the single crochet, but we are going to do it in the front loop only. So I taught you guys back loop only, now we're going to do front loop. So instead of going into the back side, you will go into the front side of that stitch. So we will chain 1. And then when we see that little stitch right there, we're going to go through the front side only. There you go. Yarn over, pull through, have 2 on the hook, yarn over, pull through those 2. And that is the front stitch only. And you will do that the whole way around for the next 2 rows. And now we have finished our last stitch for that front loop only for the 2 rows. So what we'll do is we will fasten off. So what I like to do is I'll just go through that first stitch right there, yarn over, pull it through, and then pull it through that one as well to make this little hole. From there, I will just cut the yarn, and then I will pull that yarn all the way through to fasten it off and make a knot right there for it, so it doesn't come unloose or anything. From there, I would just get this yarn and weave it through this back end on the inside so you can't see it on the outside. And from here, we have our hat.
Oh my gosh, that's so cute.
Yeah. So that's kind of how it lays. Once you get it on your head and formed, it looks a lot better, but that is the hat part of it all. So this is the part where you can kind of flip it up if you want to flip it up. I made mine for my little toddler, so I'm sure that'll be plenty enough for her. And now we'll go on to making the ears that we can attach to the side to make it a little bear beanie.
Cute. All right, I'm excited.
Yes, so from here, we will use that same yarn again, and we're gonna do another magic ring. So, lay our yarn over, go around, pull it back up and cross over the very original one, pull it back through, and it could just hang out there this time. Yarn or hook under the yarn, pull through that one and twist it. Once we have it twisted, we can kind of let go, and this is our working yarn. We'll just yarn over and pull through that hole. And there is our beginning. So from here, we're going to do a couple different stitches. We will start off with the single crochet, and then we'll do a half double, double, triple, and then go back down to the double, half double, single crochet to kind of give it a little kind of rainbow effect to make it go up and down like a little ear. So first we'll do a single crochet. And then second, we will do the half double. So yarn over, go through the hole, yarn over again, pull it through. We have 3 loops on our hook, yarn over and pull through all 3. And then we will do 2 double crochets. So a double is yarn over, go under, yarn over again, pull that through. So we have 3 right now. We'll yarn over again, pull through the first 2. You have 2 on there again, yarn over and pull through the second 2. That's a double crochet. So we'll do 2 double crochets, yarn over, go under, yarn over, pull through, 3 on the hook, yarn over, pull through the first 2, yarn over again and pull through the second 2. And now we'll do 2 treble crochets or triple crochets. So this time you'll do yarn over, go through the loop, yarn over, pull through. We have 4 on here now. So then we'll yarn over, go through the first 2. Now we have 3 on the hook, yarn over, go through the second 2. And then we have our last 2. Yarn over and pull through the last set of 2. So that's 3 sets to make it a triple. We'll do another triple. Pull through the first 2. Yarn over, pull through the second 2. Yarn over, pull through the last set of 2. And now we're going to go back down. So then we'll do 2 of the double crochet, 1 of the half double, and 1 of the single. And now we did our last single crochet, so now we can pull this all together, kind of like how we did last time. I'll just pull this out real quick so I can show a better demonstration. But we have our tail from the magic ring, and this is all that extra magic ring space that we don't need. All we'll do is we'll slowly pull this and pull all of those to the side. So now it's all cinched together and it looks like a little ear.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so
That's
it starts
cute.
off small, goes big, and comes back around small. And then I think this is the perfect size for the toddler ear. If you want to make the ear a little bit bigger, which is what I did on the adult size, you just go back around and do a single crochet in each little stitch that you just made, just to give it the extra round to make it a little bit bigger. But for the toddler size, I honestly think this is super cute and would work perfect for the little small hat. So we'll just stop here for this one. And we'll do the same thing that we always do, which is we'll yarn over, pull through there, and then cut our yarn real quick.
Right here?
Yep. And then just pull it through all the way to make a little knot right there. And then we have our 2 tails. If you want to cut one, you can. If you want to tie them, keep them together, you could do that too. I'll just tie them right there, and I'll probably cut one of these and keep the really long one to sew into the hat to make sure I just have enough yarn to go all the way through the hat and back forth and whatnot to make sure it's extra secure on the hat and won't fly away within the wind or anything.
Okay.
So I'll probably cut it right there. And then what I'll do is I'll just kind of weave it through the inside so you can't really see this extra part. So I'll just pull through there. And then I like to come on this back side, find another little hole that you can get into. Pull through there as well. And then I'll cut that little extra part off because it's pulled through everything pretty well at this point, so it shouldn't come undone anywhere. And there's our little ear.
Cute.
So now we'll bring in the hat. And this is another great way to use your stitch markers if you want to try the hat on is what I suggest. Figure out where you want to put the ears and then put stitch markers where you would want to put those ears so you don't lose your spot or anything. Sometimes it'll be hard to count these rows once they get all jumbled up and have colors and everything going through it. I honestly recommend just putting those stitch markers there and then from there sewing in the little ears, however which way you want. So for today, I'm just going to kind of guesstimate since I don't have her little head here and assume that right there is a pretty good spot. So from here, I will just look and mark it. You'd put your little stitch marker there. I'm just going to use my finger. I'm going to put my crochet hook right here, get that little working yarn off of the ear, hook it around that hook, and pull it through. So you'll come through the top side, go through one of the little bottom holes, go through your little hole that you had marked here. On the inside, we have our working yarn here. So then we'll just hook that as well and pull it through both parts. So then it'll come through the ear as well. And then you'll start just attaching it however far down you want to attach it. And then from there, you just have your little guy, your little bear ear at the top. You'd make 2 of these so you could put the other one on the other side. Everything's pretty well in here, so from here you can just weave it through the hat and then cut it over on the sides to make sure your weave is long enough, and then from there you are all done.
Coolio. So if you're using that same technique for your magic ring for the second ear, and you're just going to feed it in that same exact way. I mean, unless you just want a 1-ear beanie. I could see that. I mean,
you can make it happen, put a cute little charm on it and whatnot.
There's all sorts of options
absolutely.
there.
But yep, that is all that you do to make this cute little beanie.
Perfect. I just think this is the cutest little thing ever. Earls is going to love it.
Early is going to love it.
This is a statement.
This is.
Honestly.
Honestly,
I've
worn it to the hospital, and the security guards were all like, "Can you make me a hat?" And I was like, "You want this hat?" And they're like, "Yeah."
I love it. Well, I think just for like a final image look for the people, I think you need to put yours on.
Absolutely.
And then I'll wear my statement piece as well.
Let's get this little clip out here.
This is the thing. Early's going to be so happy to see this. Oh my gosh, it's so cute.
Cutest
yours is cuter than mine. I'm taking this off.
We gotta cut all the extra strings
We'll
off.
We'll work on it. Well, and it also has to fit my noggin. This is not my noggin.
We can make it big enough.
Okay. In the yarn color I like.
True.
Yes. Awesome.
We're gonna have a whole set. Beanie, ear warmers.
It's gonna be a whole thing.
Everything.
It's gonna be a statement piece. I love it. Well, thank you all so much for joining us tonight on After Hours. Don't forget the pattern for this that Cousin put together is in the link in the description below, so definitely check that out because it is a free pattern, and you can do these amazing, cute little things just like Cousin does. We'll see you next time. Bye.